Hey guys, well, this is the second day in a row that we have had sunshine and blue skies. So I'm back in the orchard, just sitting here among the bird song, thinking stuff. Thanks so much for all the comments and everything in the last few days. It's been so nice of you guys coming in and saying nice things and encouraging me, and it's quite a journey. It's quite a journey. And it is very scary to just come here and talk to you. And, I know that you're not forced to listen to me. So that kind of anxiety that I'm forcing myself on people by talking, that doesn't happen here. But there's the other thing is that I don't really know you. Not even really. I don't know you. And it's wonderful and beautiful having a relationship with people that I don't know, strangers. It's a real I want to say divine thing. Oh, it's so divine, darling. Not like that. No. Like, yeah, I can't explain it. It just feels all godly, that you're sitting there wherever you are on the other side of the world, and I'm talking here and you're understanding me. Having a lot of thoughts about God recently. Lots and lots and lots of God thoughts. I think it comes from, well, death. And Christianity is a death cult, It's all centered around sacrifice, the death of living beings. And, well, that was Judaism, I suppose. And then Christianity itself is the living out the death of the most perfect of all living beings. The death of the living being that gives you life. This thing that we eat animals and eggs and plants. We consume life so that we can maintain our life. So we are sort of like these leeches, these parasites. And in the end, the consequences of all of this is that we're going to die. Isn't it weird? Vince told me a little while ago to make friends with death. He said it's the best advice that anybody can ever give you. And I must say, it's amazing advice. I don't even know what it means, but the fact that I don't know what it means is part of the awesomeness of the advice. Make friends with death. Like, not get comfortable with death. That's one message. This is actually to develop an active relationship that is a friendship. I haven't had friendships. I've lived in abusive relationships. One of the ways that men keep control over women is that they stop them from having friends. There's many ways. And so friendship has not been a part of my life. And I'm just making friends and learning to trust people and learning to take advice. Man, that is so hard. That is so hard. I know that what people say to me for my own benefit is very helpful. But to be able to do it, just every single alarm bell in my whole brain and body goes off. Everything says, don't do that. You will be tricked. Something will go wrong. And then, of course, I've got this other sort of very civilized, stiff upper lip voice that says, don't be silly. Don't be silly. This is life. Some things go right. Some things go wrong. You'll deal with what comes along. It's okay. This is very good advice and very sensible. You can do this. What is this thing that comes between me and life? This bad behavior, it's always been called. I behave badly. I'm oversensitive. I'm self-indulgent and selfish. All these words that people perceive my behavior to be, and all I perceive is deep distress. Yeah, so different on the inside and the outside. But anyway, that's kind of just a little bit of a ramble. I think the main thing that I wanted to talk about today was following on from yesterday and what I was saying about decide to be born in heaven. Don't decide to come back here. Don't decide to come back here. Don't settle for earth. You don't want to do this again. There's no point. You can trust your brain and you can entrust your intentions. I don't know why. It is some sort of miracle. But create your future by thinking your thoughts right here, right now. You can do it. It's a science thing. It sounds ridiculous and bizarre, and in 2,000 years they'll probably understand how it works. But right now what we discovered is that it works. It works that what you intend to do works out in your life somehow. So intend to go to heaven. Isn't that brilliant? Don't know where I got that from, but if I could remember who to credit, I will credit it. When I remember, I will. Thinking this, it brings me into a place where I need to consider what this means to make friends with death. Make friends with death. Actively enter into an ongoing relationship with death. So then what is death? I think it was nice this morning, Otto, when we were talking about thanks for the Dharma talk. It was a great one. But talking about death as a transition to something else. So the only thing I have in my mind is that death is the end of my life. And maybe death is the end of my body. Death is the end of my material existence. But if my intention is that I'm going to go to heaven, then I need to believe in heaven. To believe in heaven, I've got to believe in God. It's all so complicated. Yeah, so making friends with death. Well, the first thing that I think, we're not the first, one of the first, is that you're not afraid of your friends, are you? Not afraid of your friends. I'm afraid of death. I've always been afraid of death. I don't like the way it smells. I don't like the hopelessness. I don't like the fact that it's completely over. There's never another moment. From that moment, it's gone. It's done. It's over. There's no chances. There's no more making it right. There's no more understanding. There's no more one more game or one more time. So I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. The finishedness. And I suppose it's that feeling of finishedness. The finishedness of Carly's life. You know, what if this had gone right? What if that had gone right? What if the next thing gone right? What if she'd had a wonderful life? I look at my life and I think, Would it have been such a terrible thing for this life to have been unled? You know, Carly started getting involved in sexual relationships when she was 16. And I was 18, I think, or 19. So she already had 3 more years of misery and making things bad for herself. That is not what I want to talk about. However, suffice to say, I do think that I'm coming to a place where I think that there are absolute natural laws that cannot be broken. Absolutely cannot. Well, they can obviously be if you want to, but the consequences of them being broken will be so severe. So there's already a whole lot of evidence out there that says that if you break the natural law of having one committed relationship, one only, once you've blown it, that's it. Once you've had sex with a person, you and that person are bonded to that person for all time and all eternity. There's no other chance. It's as final as death. Well, that might be one of the immutable laws. And that might be why our civilization is failing. Because we might have broken the rule of sexual bonding. Oh, well, I have to write my book. I have to write my book and tell the whole story of how that all works out and why and what happens. And so making friends with death would probably mean an end to fear, right? That's very attractive to me. Now, I don't know how that would work out in actual life for that to be a thing, but Well, that was interesting and fun. That was interesting and fun. Otto, I'm taking your advice. I'm working on myself. There's so many things. There's a big hawk up there. Sorry, there's a big hawk, the one that has started coming around since Kylie died.